Hello YouTube friends, Gaming Files back. We got the basement. We got a ton of stuff. I've been crazy busy this summer, but along the way of my my certain tasks during the day and my job and everything, I've been able to pick up some games, obviously. I'm always on the hunt, always looking. This is going to be a long pickup video if I don't jump right into it, so I'm going to start with this first. Megaman Starforce 2. They made a whole bunch of these. I don't really know much about them, honestly. I haven't played them. I heard they're not like regular Mega Man games. But anyway, it was a $3 game at EB Games, so that was the only EB Games pickup. Throw it over there. Actually, sorry, I got this too. There, Nano Assault. Cool shooter. If you guys haven't played it, the Iridion games are for Advance. Were made by the same people, and this is really neat. It's like Super Mario Galaxy. You defeat these germs, and they're on cells, and you rotate around the cells, and it uses really good 3D and stuff. So it's really cool. Highly suggested, or recommended. Sorry. Next 3DS game, Virtue's Last Reward. This is the sequel to 999 on Nintendo DS, and if you guys haven't played that game, it comes highly recommended from me. I got every ending in that game. I was really addicted to it. It's like a puzzle choose your own adventure. It's more reading, like a novel game, but I like to play it before bed, kind of. And it was really interesting, really cool, kind of creepy too, which is up my alley as well. So that one was purchased off eBay. I got it for $25 shipped, so that was a good deal. What else we got here? Everything is mixed up here. Oh, I want to say a big shout out to Scott from the Video Game Sellers. I won his contest. This is a signed Shaq Fu. You got to choose which. There was an EB Games gift card, and I forget what the other prize was, but I won first place, so I got to pick this. And look what's on the back. Boobies. So this is super cool. This is for his 15,000 subscriber contest. I never win anything, so it's really cool to have this. I'm gonna put it somewhere. It's pretty neat, and I don't know. That was cool to get. What else we got? This store opened in the city. It's kind of like a used video game and DVD store. The only thing I found there that was of interest to me is this Bomberman 64. It was $15. I had no problem paying that because I've been looking for this game forever, and it seems to be one of those games that some people charge upwards of $40 for it, but it's not worth that much. It's strange. I don't know if it's because it's uncommon, but I used to own it as a kid, and it was it was really cool. You used to collect these little gold cards, and the more you collected, you could get like different outfits for your Bomberman and stuff. It was a cool game, actually. Really neat. It was like a puzzle platformer. You use your bombs to bounce around, and it was neat. So I was really hooked on that. That was cool to find. Gonna follow that game up with another great game. Bomberman 64: The Second Attack. Now, this game was owned by Tim. Thanks for signing it, Tim. This game I have not played, and it's because it was a late release on the system. Like I said, I used to own Bomberman 64, loved it to death, but this game I have not played, so I'm really anxious to try it. I hope it has multiplayer as well. Like, that had really good multiplayer, that game. I didn't even know it existed back in the day, to be honest. Or else I would have bought it, because I love that one so much. But I picked this up off this website, JJ Games. They had a crazy sale, and I don't know why no one bought it, but I got it for, I think it was $52 shipped. So it's a little more pricey than I usually spend on games, but it was a good deal for this one. And it was perfect condition, the label, so had to pick that up. It's been on my list. My 64 list is really dwindling in terms of what I want for it. We'll get into some more JJ stuff. Like when they have sales, they have like these 15% off or 10% off sales. I try to take advantage. So I go through the games. I have a list on my computer of games I haven't played or that are really on my list to pick up, you know, that I used to own as a kid. So I go through and I found a couple. Here we have an original Nintendo game. This is Dragon Sphere. If you guys haven't heard or played this, there's a port on the TurboGrafx as well. It's it's interesting. It's a shooter, like a shoot 'em up, but you play as a dragon. So it doesn't like the cover doesn't really it. The cover makes it seem like it could be a platformer. Maybe there's a guy holding a sword. It's strange, but Dragon Spirit is cool, and I suggest you guys pick this one up. It's very cheap. This was like $3.50 or something like that. Really, really cheap. The next one that's been on my list forever, one of the coolest box arts too, is Shatterhand. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, some of the NES nerds out there could tell me, but it was published by Jaleco, but it was, I think it was developed by Taito, if I'm not mistaken. You know, they did Shatterhand, or sorry, they did Kickmaster and those other games, so it's very similar taste and feel to those games. Really cool though. You're just punching through walls, and it's so cool. Like obviously, it's top 10 for the system for me for sure. So so those are the JJ Games pickups. Next up, oh, we have so much stuff here. I'm going through it. Okay, I'll show you guys quickly here. $2 PlayStation games. They were online on Kijiji, so I scooped them up. This is Rugrats. Which one is it? Search for Reptar. I used to watch this show back in the day. It was a weird show. Someone was selling PlayStation games. They were all $2 each. Crash Bandicoot Warped. Great game. And this is probably the gem of that lot. Is Legend of Dragoon. I used to own this, and I played through all 4 discs. This was a great game. Pretty easy, but still fun. Next up, where are we at now? So next up, I'm going to show you guys a clip. Clip inserted. Clip inserted. I went to Microplate. Microplate is really hit or miss. Honestly, things are overpriced, or there's never any stock, or you just never know, because people could trade in stuff. Someone traded in their entire PS2 RPG library with stellar titles. I mean, they had a lot of games, and they were pretty expensive, but I managed to scoop out some different games from this lot. And they also had a sale, which coincidentally landed on the time someone put this huge lot in there. So I was able to scoop up 2 games for... Or you buy 2 games, you get the 3rd one free. So I'll show you what I picked up. Some great titles here. First off, Barbie's Horse Adventures. You guys can see that down there. I had pulled the sticker off, but then I thought I better put it back on to show people how much this was. $9.99. This is like one of the rarest games on original Xbox, so pretty cool to get this one. I saw it there, and I figured, I don't know, I might as well pick it up. Anyways, it was $9.99, so that was cool. Actually, it was less with the discount. I can't do the math, but next up we had Dokapon Kingdom. This is an Atlas title that's always interested me. It's like Mario Party meets an RPG. So it's a party game, but you play, but it's kind of like got RPG elements to it. So very interesting. They did a re-release on the Wii as well, so keep your eye out for that one. They're both very desirable and hard to find. Next up, Vanillaware. Oh, God bless Vanillaware. Odin Sphere. Wow, what can I say about this? They have the best 2D artwork on the PlayStation 2, and I don't feel like I'm hyping it up too much by saying that. I paid $20 for this. It was a bit less with the discount, mind you. But this is cool. I've never seen this game in the wild, ever, not once. Vanillaware's the only other game I'm looking for is Grim Grimoire, but that's kind of a real-time strategy game. This one's a platformer, but it's like a magic RPG platformer. It's similar to Muramasa on the Wii and the Vita. They re-released on the Vita. So if you guys can check any of those games out, Vanillaware, great publisher, a great developer, sorry. Next up, an amazing game. I have it, but I didn't have the manual for it, and my copy was really banged up. This is Tomba. And if you guys haven't heard or played of Tomba, let me be the first to tell you that you need to get out there, buy this game, find it. It's expensive, but play it. It is really, really, really good. I used to be subscribed to the PlayStation magazine, and they gave demo discs every month. And I used to try tons and tons of games on those demo discs. They were great. You could try everything. This game was on one of those demo discs. I fell in love. It's a platforming RPG, but really, really cool, really unique, really quirky. The pigs are like the enemies in the game, but and as Tomba, the caveman, you jump on them and flip them and throw them, and this game is really cool. I mean, honestly, if you guys can check out some footage on that, do that, because it's a great game. The last game I already pulled the sticker off was Blasto. This was they had it for $3. I figured that's not bad actually, $2.99 at Microplate. So I got this whole bundle, kind of dealt it together, and it was a good deal. But Blasto is a cool game. This was another one that was on a demo disc, and it was one of the first games that was 3D. So back then it was like, whoa, this is really cool. But you know, now it's pretty dated. But it has a hollow cover, and it's Blasto. It's cool. I think it's voiced. I can't remember who it's voiced by. Anyways, yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So you gotta check it out. He's got like funny sayings in the game. Reminds me of Earthworm Jim a bit. Next up, I got these games. Someone was selling random stuff on Kijiji, and then I bought these two games from him. Two RPGs for the Dreamcast. First up, we have Time Stalker. I have not played this, Time Stalkers, but there's not too many RPGs on the system, so I hear this is a decent RPG, so I must try that one out. And Dreamcast games I never come across. And the next one was Silver, which is another one, and this one looks pretty interesting. It's like the graphics are really nice on it and stuff, so I'm gonna have to try this one out as well. Keep going on here. If you guys saw my pickup video, I think it was a Valley Village pickup video, I got a code breaker. Someone on Kijiji, coincidentally, posted an ad looking for code breakers. So I said, I have one. Would you like to trade? I wasn't too interested in keeping it, really. And he said, yeah, I'll trade you. He's like, I got a bunch of N64 games. He's like, I don't want them anymore. You can have them all for the code breaker. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Sounds like a deal to me. So I'll show you what the N64 games I got for the code breaker. This is Star Wars Racer, Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. These were all in perfect condition. His name's Kale, by the way, and he's super cool. We talked about for like an hour about video games. There's Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire. I will do a trade with him eventually in the future as well. He's looking for more things, and so am I. Perfect Dark. All these games for the Codebreaker. He really wanted it. Zelda Ocarina of Time. And a game that I've been looking for that I don't have forever. It's so awesome to get. Megaman 64. Now, Megaman 64 is not a remake, but it's maybe not a reimagining. What would you call it? It's basically the same game, just different graphics, kind of. On the N64, it was a port of Mega Man Legends for PS1. So it's kind of like a Mega Man RPG. It's kind of strange, but it's cool. And I've been looking for this forever because I'm obviously Mega Man games. So this same guy, Kale, he says, "Oh, I have some games for sale," and I said, "What do you have?" And he has one that I really wanted, and it goes really well with that. A good segue. Mega Man Legends 2. Now this game is really hard to find. It's one of those very obscure PlayStation games. Apparently this game is a lot better than the original Mega Man Legends. And this was actually covered with stickers. It was like an old rental. It had them on the disc and the case and everything like that. So this is really nice to get. It's man. This is I'm tracking games down that I have lists of games that I'm looking for, and I'm tracking them down. I will take a link and get the next pickup video for you guys because I still have a mound of stuff right here. It's been crazy, and I'm sorry I've been on a hiatus for a while, but thanks so much for watching, tuning in, and look forward to the next video.